with number one, Ashton Jeanty, and start breaking down what he is, because I mean, really, you read it there, he's the total package.
Yeah.
I mean,
look, Ashton Jeanty, if you're unaware of him, you haven't been paying attention to this draft cycle at all. He, especially the way that he just looked at his pro day, he looks like a 5'9" version of the Terminator, like he was built in a lab, gets thrown around a lot. The guy is just a muscle hamster, yoked out, and you take that and transition to looking not only at the stats, but the game film. Like, he just is a bowling ball that bounces off of everyone. He's an aggressor. He's a receiver. He's a great runner. He's not going to blow the lid off with his speed necessarily, but you don't need that, because let everyone have the speed to come to him. They're just going to ricochet off him. There are games, legitimate games against like top schools that he's going up against. Specifically, Oregon, that second game that's listed here. If two defenders are not tackling him, if a solo defender is trying to tackle him, he does not go down that entire game. He has to be gang tackled. There has to be multiple guys. Derek Harmon, a defensive tackle who is considered one of the better ones in this class, has him wrapped up and is unable to bring him down. Like, he is insane as far as being able to break tackles and whatnot. This is one of those few blue chip players in this class that we can talk about.
Man, I 100% agree. I don't know that there's anything that so I'll read what I got here. Full package. Excellent contact balance, strength to break tackles. He does have the speed to run away from people. Is it super like crazy speed? No, but he has enough juice that he can run away from people. Like you said, one of the few blue chip prospects in this class, carried Boise State to the playoffs. 2,500 yards, bro. The only knock on him is the 2,500 yards. They used him a shitload. That's the only thing that worries me, because we saw that same thing with Saquon Barkley early in his career. Penn State used the shit out of him, and then he struggled with injuries a little bit early in his career, but has since got past that. That's my only worry for Jeanty, is his mileage, and if he can get over that. This dude is an absolute superstar. He is everything you want. Agile, strong, contact, bounce, vision, excellent one-cut guy, gets upfield, gets his yards, everything you want out of a back, he is.
Yeah, and over the past 2 years has nearly 600 carries, an insane amount in college. You talk about the wear and tear. That's why not only just this guy is absolutely worth a first-round pick, a high one, because you need that 5 years of team control with him, because at the end of that 5 years, he might be at the end. This is one of those running backs where you get this much mileage on them, and the type of damage that he takes and occurs, it is going to take its toll. Like, this might be your firework shot that goes up, and you got a limited time before it is boom, overdone. The other kind of knock here is that over the past 2 seasons, he's had 9 fumbles. However, that while that doesn't sound great and you don't want to see that, again, part of it is the amount of contact that he's taking and the amount of attempts. More attempts, more opportunities for fumbles, and you do have to have multiple players trying to take him down. That's when he's fighting for extra yards and they're trying to rip. All right. The pros so heavily outweigh the cons of Ashton Jeanty. And it's why he's not like just a top 10 pick. It's why he's one of the top 3 best players in this class, I believe.
Yeah, I absolutely agree, man. He's special. I think he's going to be a stud. Unless you got a high pick, you're probably not going for him. The Raiders, apparently, they want him. The GM's kid, I think, said, if we don't draft Ashton Jeanty, I'm picking a new favorite team.
Yeah. John Spizek came out and said that today. If that's not signaling, I don't know what is. Now, my question here, and look, it kind of fits because of what Pete Carroll likes there out of his running backs that you've seen.
I mean, you want a guy that's very similar running style to a Marshawn Lynch. Not as big, sure, but I mean, a similar style runner, contact balance, and just fights for everything. This is it.
Yeah, absolutely. We don't always do player comps with running backs, I do kind of like to do comps sometimes. Do you have any sort of a player comp to Ashton Jeanty
So
that you like here?
I have seen a couple of comps. There's one comp that I kind of like, but it's really hard for me to do because LaDainian Tomlinson is my favorite running back to watch of all time. He was my favorite guy. I wanted to run like him. That was the guy I wanted to model my game after. And Ashton Jeanty has a little bit of that in him because he's got the blocking ability. He catches it out of the backfield. He is a powerful runner with agile, especially in between the tackles. Man, he would be the only guy that I have seen that I would comp to LaDainian Tomlinson. And that's a big, big comp for me because I love LaDainian Tomlinson. He was my favorite running back to watch growing up.
I love LaDainian. I don't see that comp as much because LaDainian was good at like breaking tackles, but it was different. He was like shedding them more. Genty's just guys are bouncing off him. What it is here for me, like the easy low hanging fruit one, and I don't like the Alvin Kamara one as much either, which gets thrown around a lot. But I think that he's got a lot of Nick Chubb in him. Guys just bounce off him. He brings the thunder to them. Like he's a shorter version of kind of a Nick Chubb. And also you see shades of a Lendale White in there and stuff like that, and that Marshawn Lynch type of aggressiveness.
He's just not quite as big.
Yeah. I mean, not quite as tall.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, he's thick as fuck.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like it is always surprising to me to see how short he is, that he's 5'9". So like we don't need to go into him too much more just because he is easily the best running back in this class.
Yeah.
In a very good class.